Okay, today's topic, we are going to talk about oil, changing your oil. I used to change my oil every 3,000 miles, but I realized 3,000 was too much, and it's pretty much a waste of money. So now I go each car is different, each vehicle is different, but a general commercialized, popular vehicle, one of the name brands, this is the United States, whatever, I don't know, Europe, Japan, wherever you're at, the popular method of transport that people buy, 7,000. It's about 6, 7, 8,000, or 4, 5, 6, 7 months, 6 months. I go by about 6 to 12 at the latest. So about hold on, just looking, driving and looking here. Yeah, about find a better place to. Yeah, we'll find a better place to park. So anyway, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 miles, or 6, 7 months, 6, 7, 8 months, 6 to 8 months, 6 to 8,000 miles is that's when I've been changing my oil now. Of course, it could be bad. I don't know, but it feels good. It feels real good. And I get the synthetic. I get the OW20. But anyway, changing your oil. The whole point of changing your oil is to, put fresh, it sounds funny, fresh oil, but it's clean oil. That sounds funny too. It's kind of an oxymoron. It's like complete opposite words or whatever. But your oil, it builds up a whole bunch of little contaminants over time because it's getting sloshed around, getting thrown around, it's sprayed, it's just splattered everywhere, and it's collecting all the little tiny micro metal filaments everywhere. It's collecting that, and it's heat. So heat is there's a whole bunch of there's elements. There's the aluminum, the steel. The steel is a conglomerate of a whole bunch of different materials. So you have these elements that are mixing, and there's heat. If there's heat and there's different materials, then you're going to have you're going to have chemical reactions going on, and so that is collecting in the oil. The oil is collecting everything. It's collecting heat. It's dissipating it. Oil does a lot of stuff. It dissipates heat. It actually reduces the heat of your engine bay. It has like 5 or 6. You can look it up somewhere else what oil does. Oil is like pretty cool. It does a lot for your vehicle, a lot more than you would think. But anyway, so you take this contaminated oil. That's over time it gets more and more contaminated because there's wear and tear on the engine as it's a whole bunch of just explosions in there, pistons and going up and down, all kind of just a whole bunch. It's an environment. It's a hostile environment. So when you drain all that out in the filter too, you change the filter. You take the old filter out, put the new filter on, put the new oil in. You got your engine has more oil. Not more oil. It has better oil than it because it got bad, and you just replace it. It's like in the future, we'll just take out an old. Well, I don't know how we're going to do it, but take out an old organ and put a new organ in. Who knows what? But we'll figure it out. But that's the gist of it. When you change your oil, and I say about 6 to 10, 6 to 8, 6 to 9,000 miles, or 6 to 8, 6 to 9, 6 to 10 months. Change your oil in the modern vehicles. The modern vehicle, I say 2015 and up. I don't know, 2010 and up, maybe 2005 and up. I don't know. 2010. This is the 2010. 2010 and up. This is 2010. So modern just keeps going up and up. Modern used to be like 90s, and then it's the thousands, and then it's the teens, 20 teens. And then we're almost getting to the 2020s. We're back to the rolling 20s. It's going to be like 1920 all over again, except it's 2020. Living in the future. Anyway, have a great day. I got this one comment. This is I'm done talking about oil. Well, I'm not done, but I got this one comment. It said, "Oh, you're trying to be like Scotty Kilmer. Oh, you trying to be like Scotty Kilmer." Well, I think in order for you to make a comment, anybody to make a comment that is that I'm going to take seriously, one, you're going to have some videos up on your YouTube. You're going to have personal videos of your own of whatever you're doing. Not personal, but like just your business. You're going to have like YouTube videos, any videos that you've made yourself. Until you do that, then your opinion is kind of, it's not much, because being a creator, you make a work and you put it out there, and you know, you don't really, I mean, you can't idolize people, or you can look up to people. I can look up to people, or I can, you can watch their video and they can watch yours. The things I've seen is big channels have watched smaller channels and they copy you. And they put it out there and they have a massive audience, and they get really, it's a successful video. Whereas if you're a smaller channel, you put something out, same title, same topic, it's not going to do as well unless it's like a super amazing video, or it's, original of in some sorts or whatever. But anyway, I can like other YouTubers. This is a car genre. It's repair, install, remove, talking about automotive stuff. There's a whole bunch of people, and these are my competition, but it's YouTube, so it's it's not just the big shot, the big time people that made it big, that have 1 million subscribers or more. It's a bunch of, little people, and I'm like, if there's step 1, step 2, and step 3, and step 4, I'm like step 2.5. I'm on step 2.5 on the ladder. I'm not at the bottom. I'm not at the top. I'm right at the middle, right almost at the middle. That's where I'm at with YouTube, and based on money making, what I've made, and just my YouTube content, and just general expertise. I'm going to change the viewing angle here. But in terms of originality, I say I stay pretty original on this channel. I think that video that person was talking about, I had a fan. I made a fan based off that car I was working. It was like a Ford Aspire. I took the fan out, the radiator fan, or whatever it's called, compressor, I don't know, condenser fan, I don't know. But I rigged it up with the battery to where it blew, and like it blew air. And that person you said I was trying to be like, he has a big fan in his videos that it blows like pollution from the vehicle, the exhaust and the engine smells, and so you don't get cancer or whatever. It blows all that stuff away. So, and you know what? I seen it. I said, that's really cool. I'm going to try to do the same thing, So I was kind of emulating in that video right there. I was trying to emulate. I made a fan. If you see something and wow, that works pretty good, I'm going to try it too. People do it all the time. Your neighbors do it. The people you work with do it. Your friends do it. Your enemies do it. Teachers, your mentors, mentorees, or whatever. Everybody, if you see something, wow, that method works, I'm going to try it too. So it's not copying or like emulating. It's just we have memory cells in our brain, and that's just how we work. That's just how we function. We see something that works, and we want to copy it so we can succeed and survive too. You see an animal that eats that food, and you see an animal that eats that food, they get sick. Well, guess what? You're not going to want to. You're not going to want to do what that animal did. You don't want to eat that food because it made them sick. You're going to want to do what that animal did because they didn't get sick and they're good. So you have one person over here that's successful, one person over here that's I don't know. You watch all these successful people and you try to do kind of the same thing they do, but you do it on your own terms, your originality. You do it in your own way. you do it, you repair, working on vehicles is a pretty common thing. A lot of people got to work on them, so it's pretty common. So on that topic, whatever, man. Welcome to another Matthumanpizza video. In this video, I'm going to tell you what car is the best of the best out there, bar none, when it comes to reliability and just overall awesomeness. I'm going to tell you what car that is, and that car is the Toyota Celica. Toyota Celica is the car to beat all cars, because when you work on the car, it fixes. It fixes when you work on it, and you can afford the parts because it's like a 90s car, and you can order them off the internet, and you don't have to take it to a dealer because no dealer is going to care about your 90-something Toyota Celica. So what you want to do is get you a Toyota Celica, just like the all-star YouTuber that's the top of the top, #1 YouTuber on here. Not me. I'm way down the list, but you know who I'm talking about, the Toyota Celica man. He hates BMWs, but anyway, Toyota Celica. You can't go wrong with it. It's reliable, it's cheap, and you don't need a dealership to work on it. And it doesn't have as many electronics as today's dumb electronics cars have, and you don't have to worry about it being broken. So that's all I got. Okay, here in Matthumanpizza land, we're putting a new oil filter, changing the oil. So I'm doing that right now. I had to get the big old ring. It was right around here. It's a good time. It's a very good time. It's dangerous in the city.